all hear me okay? I would presume so. But thanks for joining me on this very short notice live stream. Like 20 minutes. I was just sitting there and I was thinking, you know, I could go live. So I thought, why not? Why not have a little chat with people and say hello and all that sort of jazz? So on the old just fetch beer. Look, I'm on the bolt action. That's going to be the shocker, isn't it? For how long have I been on the Napoleonics? It's been a while. You can see I've still got my Austrians behind me, and they're done. But yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. It's actually my dad's birthday as well today. So happy birthday to my dad, and also one of my mates at work. It's his birthday as well. So happy birthday, Carl. That's all I'm going to say. Happy birthday, Carl. Probably is not watching this. Camera went. Don't know what happened there. Sorry about that. Your connection is fairly good. I'm not on Wi-Fi, so how's my connection fairly good? Right. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why the freaking hell it does. It's doing it again. I don't know why it does that. I'm gonna have to find out why it does that. Connection is the if you're on Wi-Fi, try and play it. I don't know. I'm not downloading anything, am I? No, I'm not. Unless the missus. Right. So the fourth time we're trying to start this bolt action, US Airborne project, and I've got some metals involved, which you guys might be very interested to see. So I'm basing it on Easy Company, 101st Airborne Division. And yeah, I've got quite a few metals for characters. So Dick Winters, come on, Dick. There he is. He's already painted up and he's done. Okay. So I can use Dick in multiple ways. I can use him as a first lieutenant. I can use him as a captain, or I can use him as a major, which is very handy. I'm basing this around Market Garden. So at that period in time, I believe, if I remember rightly, he was a lieutenant/captain. He did, if I remember rightly, he got promoted to battalion commander during Market Garden to the rank of captain, if I remember rightly. I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, I can use that. I've also got Sergeant Rounderman. It's Bull Rounderman. Okay, nice metal sculpt of him there. Famous cigar. Okay, I have got. I'll give him his proper rank when he finished his military career. It was. Oh, for God's sake, this bloody thing. There you go. First Lieutenant Garwood Lipton. Okay. At this point, I'm using him as a company first sergeant. This model's based around Carentan. I've also got Buck Compton. So Lieutenant Compton, first Lieutenant Compton. If I can get that to come on thing. Why's that not going? That's better. First Lieutenant Buck Compton there. Okay. And I have, where is he? Doc Rowe. So if you've watched the Band of Brothers series, you might recognise him from the Bastogne sieges. So that's Doc Rowe there. I've also got, you can see, look, quite a few characters. First Lieutenant Harry Welsh. Okay, this is from Carentan again. This model's depicted. And he comes with Technician Grade 4, George Luz. Just there. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, no, one more. And Bill Garnier, Sergeant Bill Garnier, Staff Sergeant, Wild Bill. Okay, so that's all the characters. So they're throughout the whole, like, platoons and stuff like that. I've got a mix in here. So plastic-wise, I've got Perry Plastics. Not Perry, Jesus, not Perry Plastics, sorry. Warlord Plastics. And Metals is the company. Let me have a look. Because if you hang about towards the end, it's only going to be a half an hour live stream. Got a cheeky little giveaway. Okay. These came extra. Okay, and that is I can never pronounce it. It's heroes. Okay. So I've got Doc Rowe, and I've also got Harry Welsh and George Luz to give away, and that'll be at the end of the stream. So hang about, okay? But I've got medals. I've also got Wall of Medals that they've got in their box set. I was debating because I've got the anti-tank gun here as well. And to be honest with you, I am quite debating whether to use it. I don't really know if I'm actually going to fit it in my unit because point-wise, I'm a bit tight. Not going to lie, because they're all veterans, so I'm taking everything as veteran. But so I'm not too sure because I've got bazooka team and stuff. But yeah, I've also got metal. So I've got metal snipers, and I'll show you these. These are from Offensive Miniatures. So anyone will probably realise, he's kissing across there. This is not the paint scheme I'm going for, but he's kissing across. It's a bit like Private Jackson from Saving Private Ryan. So that's him, and also another offensive miniature there. That's a lovely little metal sculpt. I will read the comments in a minute. I'm just trying to explain a little bit more. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to set up 2 platoons, basically, how the army's going to lay out. I was going to do 3 because of the officer layout. I think I'm going to do 2. So I've got Buck Compton and Carl Lipton leading 1st platoon with Sergeant Randleman in first squad. So like platoon sergeant. And then I've got Harry Welsh and George Luz, like radio operator / guy for the officer. And then I've got Wild Bill for the 2nd. But how I'm doing it is I'm setting up, because the paratroopers get the option to have a actual 30 cal in their squads, okay, for late war and early war. So I'm putting 30 cals in 1st squads on both platoons, and the 2nd and 3rd squad will have 2nd squad will have a bar, so BAR. They're 12-man squads, both of those, and then the 3rd will be like an assault squad. So I'm going to put just 5 SMGs in there. So like typical paratrooper doctrine, pin the enemy down, with sustained fire with machine gun and rifles. That's what 12-man squads are for. And then you've got a 5 SMG squad to get up there really close and personal and take out the guys on the flank. So that's how I'm going to play it. Also going to work for chain of command as well. So I've got a variety here for chain of command. I've got your standard medium mortar. I've got bazooka team. I've got spotter and stuff. Just for a bit of flexibility, I've got a air observer as well. And I believe that one's from Warlord again. I can't remember, in all honesty. It might be Offensive Miniatures. Sorry if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. So what's going on in the comments then? So let's say hello to some people. So Tim, who's fetched a beer. James, you all right, buddy? Happy St. Patrick's Day, yep. Seb's gone, oi, oi, Savaloy. You all right, mate? And Will said, well, see, time hole opened up. Metal minis are superior in every way from James. James, that's a little bit controversial, but I don't know if I can agree with that. That's for a Plastic Crack podcast. Maybe that should be the title of my next. Maybe that should be the title for next week. James, that's quite a good little idea there. I can get a bit of controversy going on. Let us know what you guys think. So yeah, what's James saying here? He's saying about Dick Winters, captain during Market Garden. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a captain because he was the same as his mate when he. Christ almighty. Another captain, his best friend, literally. I've watched that series like 50,000 times, but he drank the VAT 69. Richard Nixon. No, it's not Richard Nixon. No, what am I talking about? Lewis Nixon, that's it. Jeez Louise, what is going on with me? So yeah, he was a captain. He was the Market Garden. He was like battalion intelligence. Then he got moved back down to company level intelligence. Bit of interesting there. Tim's put in here, laugh out loud, Yanks only turn up late war. Yeah, they do. Let's not leave the controversy. But if anyone's watching on the old catch up, cheers for watching that. But I've also got like an armor option. Okay, I'm not going with medium tanks. I'm not going with a Sherman. I'm only going to go with a Stuart. So light tank, it's already done. And I'm going to have, if I had the choice again, I would probably like redo this kit and maybe stick a howitzer on. So I realised how important infantry actually are in bolt action. They're like the bread and butter. You want to avoid tanks, really. I find whenever I play, because I normally get bogged down with tanks. But I'd have the whole mounted MMG, whole mounted pinnacle mounted MMG, and MMG on the top here. So yeah, quite a lot of infantry fire if I want to shoot. So that's what's that? 5, 10, 15 shots there on a medium machine gun. And if it's veteran, this gun here gets the gyro stabilizer rule. So you'd have to roll these two separately, but that will get the gyro stabilizer. Even the machine gun will. So yeah, very, very, very nice. And I would be taking that veteran just to get that gyro stabo rule. If they haven't nerfed it like hell since I last played, which is always, always, always a possibility. But how is everyone this evening? What are people doing in bolt action? Obviously, I've been out of the game for a little while with bolt action. Excited to get back in. And I'm making the guys up at the minute. It's like, last time I've done all this, I never had a thing called Sprue Glue. So I've made my own Sprue Glue up. There's people know how to actually make it. It's basically like a little filler. Stick it in the gaps and it will dry and make the area solid. That's what I'm doing now, to coating this arm here. There we go. That should work out quite nicely. So yeah, basically Sprue Glue. Got some Tamiya extra fin here. And I just chopped up a load of sprue and put it in there. It makes it like a little gooey substance. So it's a little bit thick. Yeah, I really can't recommend that enough. That's a very well worth spending £3.50 on some Tamiya for that. Just to be able to fill up gaps a lot easier. And it works a treat. Not going to lie. It does work an absolute bloody treat. But yeah, bolt action, everyone. It's one of those subjects that's very close to my heart because it kind of got me into historical wargaming. It was the first plunge that I'd done from UK, as you guys probably know. That's my missus. I'm on a live stream. So hello. Laura says hello. She's looking at me like, you weirdo. Literally. But yeah, okay. We'll get back to this. But yeah, it got me into the hobby for historicals. But what got you guys into the historical hobby then? Was it bolt action in particular, World War II, a bit of chain of command, or was it Napoleonics? And do people think it's sacrilegious that I'm not painting Austrians up or French at the moment? Just going to literally cut out some more guys. These Warlord kits, very nice. Very nice indeed. I don't think Laura wanted to be involved with the live stream. The cat might. It's literally as quiet as I've ever heard her. So what's James put here? Bolt action. Let's put bolt action through. I've not played a game in years. Though I've not played a game in years. You've got me painting 1,000,000 French at the moment. What type of French are you painting? What company? Are they plastics, metals? What are you going for? You bought a box set? I will do a, I got all my French out. I will do a video of the army. It's just having the time to actually film it, like set it up. It's a lot of guys, and going through all that, it's going to take a little while to, and I don't want it to be boring either. Just sitting there, me going through like 18 different units, that could drag on a little bit. But if people want to see it, they want to see it. I'll show it off. But that's the whole idea of the Austrians anyway, is to have a force to play against. so I can play solo if necessary. And Tim's put here, he's put, just got my power army started, but I'm trying to catch up on all my 172 naps. What'd you go for your paras? Are you going British paras, or have you gone Americans? Even Italians or Germans, Fallschirmjäger? What ones did you pick? Because that always threw me as well. I was always wondered, because the Fallschirmjäger kit as well, you know, the box sets for the British and the Americans are 40 quid. I wish they did a Fallschirmjäger kit for 40 quid. That'd be handy. I've got quite a few Fallschirmjäger actually. Thinking about it. Modeling for Finance Kaiser's in. Hello, mate. You all right? Just a quick one tonight. Just a quick little live stream before dinner. Thought I'd say hello to everybody. Show my Bolt Action Americans off. Hopefully finally get the project done. So James put, he's got the Waterloo starter set for 30. How did you do that? 30 quid? Jesus, you got a bargain. And the late war French starter. What, both for £30? You did not get both of those £30. If you did, where did you buy it and what black market did you go to? Because I want to be involved in that, even though I don't need any more. 30 quid? Oh my God. That is a bargain. And a load of Perry cavalry. You and Martin have become best mates. He loves a bit of Perry cavalry. To be fair, I've got a bit of Perry cavalry and a bit of Victory's cavalry in the loft. That will get done eventually, but yeah. I feel like just having a bit of an easy week this week on the hobby side, and I think Bolt Action does that. So I'm feeling like this. So I'm really enjoying as well, because I know a lot of people might not be into it, and they might have done the thing that I did originally, was Victory at Seas. I was a bit of a basher of that. I'm not going to lie. I held my hands up. I was like, I do not like the look of those ships. They are ugly, sort of thing. And I was just like, yeah, it was one of those. But I'll tell you what, I've fallen in love with it. I really, really like it. I just like the ships, and I never thought I'd say that. It's actually thrown me quite a bit. It's a really, really, really fun little system, and really quite quick to paint up. It's even got me to get my bloody Napoleonic ships out. That's the scary thing, right? So on the Plastic Crap podcast the other night, if you guys have been following me for a while, you'll know that I hate those bloody ships. But I finished off the bloody ship, didn't I? On the show. So I've put the ratlines on there, and I've also got the sails. So I've actually finished it. And yeah, I never thought I'd do that. And it's actually made me want to do the rest, because I think playing Napoleonics has made me just like crack on and get on with everything else. So yeah, happy with that. And I've done a full rigging on that ship as well, which is even more scary. But they're the British, which obviously I started those beforehand. Tim's put British Parage. Yeah, that is a bargain box set. It was originally, when I bought it, it was 40 quid from Warlord Direct, but I paid 35, I think it was, or 32 or something, through third party or something like that. And yeah, you get a lot of model in there. It's definitely worth it. It would be nice if they did all their sets like that, like cheaper, but then, because I know why they're a bit more expensive, obviously, because you get the tank in it. But yeah, very nice set. Very, very nice set. And James has put eBay for Waterloo. Git. And he thinks the French starter was 55. Yeah. Yeah, there's fantastic value in those starter sets. I want to do a video at some point, because I've seen a few done. The Napoleonic Wargamer, he's done one about getting started, and for like different armies. And realistically, for the French, honestly, if you're into Napoleonics and you want to get models painted quickly, and you want to get, say, 2 brigades done, or even just 2 brigades done, or 1 brigade, you want to get a French army starter box. Well, one of each, really, depending on what sort of period you're going for. If you're going to go for like you know, the Russians, Moscow. So 1812, retreat from Moscow. Moscow, I should say. I don't know what I'm saying. Scow. I only say this when I'm on live stream. Yeah, go 1812, 1810, 1812. That kit should be okay. Both sets, because you've got the guys in great coats and you've also got the guys in the battle dress. And if you bought one set of those each, you've got a mixture and you can mix them all in. You can even use the flags that are in the set if you're on a tight budget. But I'll tell you what, those two sets, they are good. But it would be nice to do maybe a metal version of just pure metals, like getting started. Because there are people out there that will just do a pure metal army. It would be nice to do a video on that. And there would also be a nice one to do a getting started with plastics, and maybe something like, you know, different plastic sets. So like the Victrix set and the Perry sets and all that sort of jazz, but maybe do like 3 brigades and base it over a 6-month period like I did. So I did 6 months, didn't I? And I did 15 battalions, 3 cavalry, 4 cannon, a couple of officers, casualties, skirmishers, and all that sort of jazz. You know, that's doable. You know, you can do that in 6 months. I managed to do it. So maybe base it on that, or base it on a higher target instead of like just 1 brigade or something. Maybe base it on like what you want to see in a year's time. So a Waterloo project planned, say, for example, like it's the title of the video, or a Napoleon army planned, and how you achieve that over the months. I think a bit longer, but a bit more crunchy. I don't know what people think about that. So Tim has put, started with bolt action, but had to get both Brits and German. Kids and wife got me black powder for Xmas, but didn't know about the 28mm stuff. Oh, okay, mate. Oh, fair enough. Bless her, Laura. James put, his videos are all right on the armies, but they don't often show it coming together. It's all theoretical. Yes, and you know what? I have done something on purpose. So I've got a couple of videos in the bank to be able to do. So I've painted up one of those starter armies, okay, from scratch. The Warlord box set, and I think that it will look better. Like, I get the box, okay. Everyone's seen sprues. Everyone knows about the sprues. I can get pictures of the sprues, but having the actual physical models all laid out, painted and based, I think, and explaining how I based them and stuff like that, I think that might, you know, go a little bit further to show you this is what you can achieve once it's all painted and it looks all shiny and nice. And I've done the same with the Royal Navy Victrix C set, so that's all painted now. I've also painted HMS Hood and HMS Warspite, so I've already done those. And yeah, I'm going to do a big video for my whole Royal Navy fleet at once, because I've got, that came today, submarines. Okay, so I bought the submarines and the patrol boats. Flora doesn't hear me. And also got the rule book. So I'm pretty getting into this quite heavy. And I've had a flick through, and yeah, I'm quite happy with like all the points and stuff at the back. That's what I'm interested in. I think eventually this is going to be like a dirty little hobby secret. So I'm going to end up with all the fleets, I think, eventually. So I've already got the start of a Japanese and an American fleet down there. But I think over time I'll just end up with it all. Definitely one of the things I'm very much interested in. Friends of General Haig, you all right, buddy? He's put, I'm thinking about starting a bolt action collection. British powers in Tunisia in 43. Trying to work out how to convert the 44 stuff. That's a very interesting question. Maybe a bit of kit bashing with the Commonwealth kit. Or you could use the 8th Army kit. I don't, in all honesty with you, it's a bit, that's an interesting one. I don't, did they wear shorts? I'm not too sure. Did they wear shorts? Let's see, this is a bit of research. I don't really know much about like the African campaigns in World War II, like the Africa Corps and stuff like that. I'm not hugely up on it. I'm a lot more up on Normandy, and I'm a lot more up a little bit on the Eastern Front as well. But I would definitely say I'm more around 44 to 45. I know quite a fair bit about 39. I know about the Battle of Britain. I'm quite up on that. But yeah, It's one of those. Steve's probably the best person to message about that, mate. On his Facebook group, just send him a little message, see what he thinks. He'll probably know the answer for that straight away. He's probably already bloody done them, to be fair. So Tim put, your videos of paint and contrast stuff are helping me loads. Yeah, you know what? It's taken me. I did those quite a while ago now. It's been quite a fair bit of time. I might do like an update video for like all my contrast in regards to, you know, the differences that I would do now. For a start, after I'd done them all, I would 100% now go over every single one with a watered down wash of dark tone and quick shade mixing medium 50-50. Every single one at the end of whatever I've done would get that straight away, just to dull down some of the colors, because some of them are a bit bright, especially my Americans. I need to do it myself. For some reason, how to paint Americans in contrast, my normal infantry one, people love that video, but I've now look at it and they do look quite cartoony. So I think if I put the wash, well, I put a wash over one of them and it does make a massive difference. It's, yeah, I think I should do a little update video on that, because then people can actually see, and maybe put the link to it, like at the start of all my videos of the contrast things, just to help people out, because obviously it's nice to see an update when everyone learns new painting techniques, don't they? And when I learn them, maybe I should probably update it, and I might end up doing a contrast video at some point. Anyway, I really want to do from Great Escape Games. They do the not the Hungarians, the Danes. Would really like to do them. Since watching the 9th of April film on Amazon Prime, yeah, that awesome film that is. Can't recommend that enough. That is a brilliant. So what we put? So Modern Foot Advanced didn't realise there were any powers in Tunisia. Interesting. Oh yeah, see, look, everybody learns things new differently every day. And then Iceland's put Africa Corps and the 8th Army are my two favourites to play. I bet they are bloody good to play. I bet they're fun to play. I've got a Africa Corps army. I've actually got one. So, yeah, it's just getting around to actually fielding it. And this is what I started to do, actually, because when I was playing Bolt Action originally with Liam, we started going on the tournament scene. So we started doing a few tournaments. We've done a couple. And yeah, looking forward to getting back on that. Hopefully very soon, if all goes to plan with the old the lockdown. But yeah, crack on hopefully this year as well, guys. You know, I personally, and I think the guys agree with me, we'd like to do a whole weekend, so every couple of days. You know, it's just what can we get away with? It would be nice to do like a really late sort of thing. So like do a 8 o'clock start, finish at 11 at night, and the same the next day. It would be nice to do that. So we'll have to see how it goes, because we're definitely all up for it. We just need to get balls rolling, basically. If anyone knows, obviously get it out there, get the word out there. We're looking for a venue, probably in the middle of England, just because it's central. I'm going to put that post up anyway about where would you prefer crack cons take place, if it is to take place. And yeah, we are definitely looking to do that. Please post that, Ken. Yes, I will. Yeah, 100%. So you know about it first. Any of the contrast videos I've done, mix and medium, and dark tone at the end, 100%. Friends Johnny Haig, so he's put here about the paratroopers. Tunisia was the first campaign the British paras took part in. There you go. Johnny Frost was a battalion commander. Some interesting battles. I might do a bit of research on that, to be honest, because I think you're right there, mate. I think a bit of desert paratroopers would be well up for that, and I bet Steve would love to do some kit bashing. So I will definitely be having a chat with him about that. I got his model. Very good model. Very, very good model. But yes, I've somehow managed to part build 2 things so far. It's the problem with live streams. You never ever set out to do what you're going to do, no matter what happens. If I can get one guy like built, I'll be happy. I basically want to get to a stage where I can take most of these downstairs in a couple of days, well, even tomorrow, and just get more primed. Because I don't think, obviously, going from Napoleonics, and you guys that paint Napoleonics would agree with me, these guys are going to be like a cakewalk compared to them. I'm even got in the mood and prepared to do all the decals on them as well, because all my other models got decals. But I'll tell you another thing I would like to do is the guys that got the flat helmets. So I've got most of them with like the mesh sort of style, but there are some guys in my army with flat helmets, and I might put a few more in. Is you can get the helmet decals for the side. So for Easy Company, it was a spade, so a spade on the side, and different companies had different markings. So you got like diamonds, hearts, all that sort of stuff. Full leaf clovers, there's loads, but I think that'll add to it as well. I don't know what you guys think, if you think that's would be worth doing, but it will be nice to do these properly. And once these are done, who knows what I'm gonna do next? To be fair, I'm probably gonna do some victories at seas. It's definitely on the cards, because I'd like to play some solo of that, because obviously we're still not getting any games in really till June. So yeah, solo should be an interesting one. Hyman Ferrer's right in the middle, mate. Hyman Ferrer's right in the middle, mate. I don't get that. You're probably I've probably asked you something, but okay. Look for the Tunisian tails, but okay. Right. Yeah, I got that. So Iceman's put, I'm thinking of getting into black powder set during the American War of Independence. Okay, as I believe it has an add-on rule, but yes, it does, mate. So what questions I'm going to ask you then, if you're thinking about getting into black powder? Okay, have you played or painted, say, for example, the 24-man units? There's 36 behind me. Just say, for example, a 24-man unit like Hell Caesar or anything like that before, batch painted models. It's definitely different to what I was used to by doing these single figures from Bolt Action. But I would say definitely check out Warlords. Okay, just for their box sets. You know, they do the army in the box. It's a good place to start. Try and stick with just that one box. Depending on what faction you're going to go for, you could always get. Pretty sure they do a continental and they do a British. Depending on which one you go for, get either set. It's a nice place to start. It's quite a lot of models. Or on the same token, you can always just go and get one box from Perry's, or they do some army deals. You can have a look over there. They did a similar sort of thing. It's an interesting one, but I would personally, if I was just starting it, probably go and have a look at the Warlord kits, because I've got to give Warlord their due. It is nice to have it all in that one box, and just do that one box, see how you get on with it, and then go from there. Don't do what I do. Just don't do what I do and buy 16 battalions when you're still painting one, because it's just crazy. Yeah, I should never do that, but I always do. You know what I'm like? I'm nuts. Right. Granapego has put, I have half a Finnish army, a Chinese, and a Soviet sitting in my mountain. I'd like to do a Finnish army as well. Chinese, interesting. Not too sure, because you've got two sets. Haven't you? You've got the communists, and you've also got the nationalists. Obviously, the communists are Soviet backed, and the nationalists are American backed. It's interesting. Some people say that's the start of World War II, and the Japanese invasion of China, and it's kind of like a three-way war, because the communists were fighting the nationalists fighting the communists, and they're both fighting the Japanese. Interesting. Just listening to an audiobook about that was quite an eye opener, to be fair. And Soviets, no, I will never say never, but I might do a Soviet army at some point. I'm sure in the next 40 years of my life, or 50 years of my life, if I'm lucky enough to live that long and be able to paint still, I'm sure I will probably end up with that. I don't know where the freaking hell I'm going to put all these miniatures, but there we go. But Iceman, thanks for the info. Yeah, no worries, mate. If you want to know anything else, let me know. just ask. It's simple. You can send us a message on the Plastic Crack podcast Facebook page. Do that. One of us will get back to you 100%, or other members of the community will get back to you. It's a really friendly community that we've got over there, 100%. Or you've got the Miniature Wargaming Warriors Facebook page as well. Hello, mate. You all right? So James wants to do a bit of variety of British Civil War once I've finished most of my French naps. Yeah, see, this is the thing as well, is, I'd like to do Civil War as well. It's a nightmare, isn't it? So many different periods. It's like American Civil War, so my ACW, 6mm. I want to do that. But at the same time, I've been eyeing up Romans, which is really friggin' annoying from Victrix. And I want to do that. And I just want to do everything. It's pissing me off, I'm going to be quite frank, because there's not enough hours in the day. And then in 3 months' time, I might fancy the English Civil War bug. You just end up about 20 projects on the go at once. And I think that's when everything becomes a bit snowed under. So that's why I've got these Americans out now. I'm not touching those bloody boats until I've done these, because otherwise I'll put these away again. And I really don't want to, because it would be nice when we're out of lockdown to have these guys done 100%. So he's got nationalist base. Okay, you've got nationalist base Chinese. Okay, yeah. North Hampshire medieval town has a great hall in the 8th century. Oh, they talk about history. 1930s made up British Civil War, not the actual one. Oh, okay. I was going to say it's English Civil War, not British. Because, we might have a British Civil War at some very near future. You never friggin' know. Yeah, last thing I'm going to say on that, because we don't talk politics. Definitely don't talk politics. See, I've got these guys on here, right? And I like to give them little add-ons. So I like to put, pistol on the hip and all that sort of jazz, okay? And I've got I try and arm most of them with M1 Grants, okay? So I've got 3 SMGs. I've got, M1 Grants. I wish they did a different rule for the carbines. Just because, they've got a lighter rounding compared to the actual Grant itself. So it doesn't have the same velocity and all that jazz. I guess for the close quarters and stuff, it doesn't really make a difference. But it would be nice if they gave it another profile. I guess it's another rule to add in. But you've got carbines on the horseback for the SS cavalry, but they're shocking. I think the rules for them are a bit pants. Personally, I might do it. Do you know what? I might do a home rule for them. Thinking about it, maybe take. No, because then it docks points, doesn't it? I don't know. But you got like radio operators like George Luz. He would have had a carbine just because he's carrying the radio. It's a lighter weapon. If he had a Grant as well, heavy as hell. One of those things. And yeah, so I've got, how many have I got? I've got about 10 rifles, or depending, maybe 8, between 8 and 10 in each squad. And I've got 2 or 3 SMGs, and then I've got the machine gun team. It's an interesting one because I've got the extra SMG belts. That's where I'm going with this. Okay, so the ammo pouches, okay, for the SMGs, and I don't know whether to stick them on some of the rifle guys just so they're carrying extra ammo. I know I've got the bandoliers here, but I end up with a lot of these SMG guys left over because I just don't use that many, and I like to have all my guys in like an attacking pose. And I was also thinking as well, see what you guys think, I've got a sprue of German grenadiers upstairs, and in the loft upstairs. And I was thinking about maybe putting some captured weapons on some of the guys. I know Normandy would have probably been a bit better for that, but I'm still thinking of doing it for Market Garden because that's when these are based, is Market Garden. But what do you guys think? Do you think that would be all right? Do you think it'd look all right? Maybe stick a couple of K98s and a couple of MP40s in the squad, maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think? So do the ECW in 6mm, get the starter box. Yeah. Again, I was thinking of doing that, but the guys I'd be playing against, so I'd probably end up playing against Martin and Dom. They've done it in 28mm, and I did see the 6mm from like Bacchus, and that's what I've done with the ACW. But again, even though we were talking about the Warlord stuff the other night, the plastics for that they do look nice. Not gonna lie, they do look nice. Metals on the other hand, the prices, nah. I'll go to the other company for those. But the plastics, actual guys, they do look nice. And I'm debating now whether to get rid of my Bacchus 6mm. I don't know because I haven't got a problem with selling stuff. It doesn't bother me. If it's going to sit there, I'd rather just sell it and then get something else that I want. Don't know. What do you guys think? So Tim's put for your crack con, Ken. Yep. Oh dear. I'm just trying to think of Friday's video. I'm going to try and do a video for Friday. What that's going to be about. The painting one did all right. The old painting white. People found that useful, which was really good. You choose a bit of a funny one. Obviously, I do like to do what suits, what I'm doing at that point in time. I know people like the videos and things, and I don't like sometimes. I say it, I don't like putting out videos that I know people aren't really going to enjoy. I try and do videos that I think people might like. I know everyone's not into the bloody boats. I get that. But I really do enjoy it. And I think if you try it, it's really weird. I think if you try it, I think you like it. So I'm probably going to get a game of that going at bloody CrackCon if we have it, because it'd be nice to get more of you into that boat and into the boats. Is anyone else actually into the old boats at the minute for Victory at Sea? Put some grenades on him. Let's go for some grenades. There they are. Happy days. Yeah, because that'd be an interesting one as well, is to stick some proper grenades on it, like potato mashers, some of these American kits. And I should do that a bit more. Really, I know I should. I'm a bit of a nightmare for it, sticking to the same bloody sprue kit. I wish I was more like Steve and thought about all my stuff before I did it. Kept all my old spares. There we go, grenades on there. That looks sweet. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. So that's that squad made up. The BAR as well. Sweet. I might actually stick. Where is he? That one possibly is going to get some ammo. Oh no, he's the BAR guy. Maybe I'll stick some more ammo stuff on him. So what we got here? It's space for 28mm English Civil War take up. Worries me a bit. Yeah. Again, what I was saying, what I was speaking to Martin about. We both were talking about this the other day, and we were saying about the English Civil War battles weren't as big as like some of the other stuff. It's like by me, there's a battlefield, the Battle of Cheriton in the English Civil War took place. That's where my father-in-law is from. He's from Cheriton, and we can walk up around the whole battlefield. And I did some research into it, and the battle there, I think there's about 4,000, and I think the other side was like 6,000. So not as many guys as would be in say a Napoleonic battle. So you can make it a bit smaller. So it's an interesting one. It's very interesting in how I base it. So I probably would, because it's local to me, I might base, if I did an English Civil War force, I'd probably do parliamentarians, just because I want to piss Dom and Martin off, because they're both royalists. And I would definitely think about basing it on that. But I was looking at my Austrians, and believe it or not, I'm basing my Austrian army on an actual order of battle. from the Battle of Wagram, and it is the second core I am actually doing. So I'm doing the second core for those guys. So happens, interesting fact, I'm going to go completely off the spree there. We were going to talk about ECW, but now I'm going to talk about those Austrians. When I was doing the painting video for those Austrians, not painting video, sorry, I was doing the paint and white, I realised that the 1809 Jaegers, okay, basically, if I if I just paint the pants the white and leave the top half with no white, so the grey, okay, it stands out perfectly as the Jaegers are. I just need the different head, obviously. I put the other head on from the kit, and then I've got myself a load of Jaegers. The only downside is obviously they're skirmish infantry, and having them all in marching column. This is the only downside with that Perry kit. It's nice because it's basically the Warlord, French greatcoat set, where they're all in the marching pose, all in the same pose, 3 bits to put together for a set. They just don't have any rifle shooting poses and stuff, because you want skirmishers to be like that, and that's where the Victrix stuff comes in. Freaking awesome. I've seen some of those Victrix sets, and I will end up buying one. I'm just, like I've said, I'm using, I don't know if I said it before, but I'm pretty sure I have. I'm using the ad money that I get from YouTube. So last 3 months, I made about, I think it was about £51 or something like that. And I took it out and I bought that Perry stuff. So this is kind of I'm going to do this army back into the hobby sort of thing. So you guys can, join in and, watching the videos, that's what it's producing. And that's all I'm going to do. So I'm not going to buy anything else till I've got enough ad revenue to be able to add to it, which is nice because it then controls it a little bit. So yeah, I think it's going to go quite right. But it was quite nice discovering that paint scheme, 100%. Just looking at it and thinking, yeah, they do look actually like that. Okay, so they're really quick to paint. And it works out perfectly because 3 boxes of those Perrys will get me 4 36-man battalions. And the 4th battalion, obviously being the skirmishers, didn't always have their flag because that's what I'm missing. So I could just do 4, all 4 battalions and not waste a single guy, which will be even better. So Iceman put Victory at Seas looks interesting. Italian fleet would be nice. Yeah, do you know what? Italians did look at me as well, because obviously there'd be a nice little adversary to the Royal Navy, so you could do the Mediterranean. HMS Eagle that's in that set, the Royal Navy start set, was sunk in 1942 in the Mediterranean. So yeah, that would definitely be quite cool. I'll tell you what though, the little planes on those bloody aircraft carriers are a pain in the ass. Obviously they're swordfish, and for me, what stands, British aircraft out in the Second World War was the actual decal. So you've got the gold. I'm going to get this order wrong. Gold, blue, white, red. That's what I want to say. Gold, blue, white, red. And painting that on those tiny little 1 to 8,000 scale planes was very interesting, to say the least. That's all I'm going to say to that. So Tim Spit, he does fancy Black Sea. Yes, yeah, I fancied it massively, and I still do. It's just painting the buggers. I've got them out. They're all out. I went through the black bags of Destiny the other day, and I did get them all out. What is in there, actually? That doesn't feel like a ship. What the freaking hell's that? Oh, the Dad's Army stuff. Oh, yeah, I've got 4 Dad's Army guys out. Need to do those as well. But there they are there. I did get them out. So, it's on the cards. Like I said, I'm not doing mass Napoleonics in a minute. I'm not just doing 6 months of naps again. I'm doing a bit of everything just to see what I fancy, because, there is only so many French you can paint without going crazy. So Dames put, Steve might have to finish a squad by the time you finish that army. Yeah. Don't start. He's still not done those 3 bloody French guys. And I did 15 battalions, 3 cavalry troops, and all those cannon. and he still hasn't done those 3 bloody thread. I want him to send them to me, and I'll just paint them. Treat yourself some. Yeah, they sent me some ages ago, and I did a video on them. If you look back, there's an Offensive Vintages review video, and that's what that is what they are. That's what he is there. That sniper he's kissing across there, and he's an offensive miniature. I've got a few of them actually. There is a few. I think they sent me 3 or 4 just to like paint up and try. I painted one up in. I did a painting video for US Paras, and that was in like the Normandy style contrast, and it was really, really quick. So if I did all these in Normandy paint scheme with that contrast, I could probably have these done in less than probably 2 hours. If these were all built, maybe 60 models in 2 hours, I'd have them all done and finished. It's literally 3 different coats of paint. If you're interested in seeing that video, check it out. Just you can search in the channel on YouTube and just type in US Paras and it should come up. So James picked up the Cruel Seas but never played it. Black Seas takes my fancy. Yeah, Cruel Seas didn't rock my boat, to be honest with you. I never got any of that. That was inshore, wasn't it? I didn't want inshore like craft like that. I wanted big ships. I wanted cruisers. I wanted battleships. Destroyers and submarines, and that sort of stuff appealed to me. The coastal sort of bits and bobs didn't really fancy it. It's an interesting one because I'm thinking of doing like, obviously I'll get these systems all up together. So like you've got Black Seas for this, you've got Victory at Seas for World War II, Black Seas for Napoleonics, and it's an interesting one because I'm thinking about like if we play games. Like I'm trying to make games instead of just that one-off experience, maybe like a more campaigny sort of thing, especially where I play with DOMs. So when I go, I normally go up to DOMs on a Friday. Okay, so hopefully once every week, once all this is done, it would be nice. So if we could both like get a campaign for each system we play. So like that, if we were playing Napoleonics one week, the game of Black Seas we had would interfere with the Napoleonic game, for example. Or you could have the Victory at Seas interfering with the US Airborne. So, for example, the winner on Victory at Sea, okay, gets to roll a dice, and you get 3 options. So, I don't know, a mortar team, a rifle squad, inexperienced, or an experienced rifle squad, or maybe like a flamethrower or a medic. Roll a D6 and on a D3. On a D3, roll a D3, and the winner would get whatever unit would be extra. Or you could have it like morale would be that, if you wanted to link it into the story, the transport that was carrying the troops turned up, the transport didn't carry the troops, didn't turn up, so so on and so forth. Just to link it in. But same with the Napoleonic stuff, you could link that in. You could get an extra battalion of units, or a brigade can't come on for the first 2 turns, for example, because they've turned up late because they were delayed because they lost. So it would be interesting to link all that in. It's just working out a way to do that and do it effectively into a campaign, because I'll tell you what, I do want to get involved in some campaigns. So, friends, General Haig, there are Hungarians in the Austrian army with funky bright blue trousers. Not sure if they are Shaker or Helmet in 1809. Yes, they are. The reason I have chosen 1809 is for this pure and simple fact is because it is in a massive reform stage, the Austrian army. So you've got the choice of helmets, you've got the choice of Shakos. You could even, if you really wanted to, put some bicorns in there. I don't want to. I just want to go Shakos and helmets. But Germans, helmets at that point, or the Shako, depending. It's definitely an interesting one. But the thing for me is I've been trying to do some research on the Hungarians, okay, in the Austrian army, because the Perry book comes with the Germans painting schemes, and it misses out on the battalions, obviously, that are Hungarians. But I don't personally, because I haven't managed to research a lot into it. Is the difference is just in the uniform. So I gather in the blue, are they all just in blue trousers? Is that the only difference? And then the markings are still the same, whatever color regiment they would be. So like on the cuffs and all that, and just blue trousers being the difference, because they do grenadiers as well. I know the grenadiers work with the Austrians, so they would take the grenadiers from, say, the 21st, the 17th, the 19th, and the 30th regiment, and they would all form one grenadier battalion. So that's how that would work. So that's why they wouldn't normally have a standard, or they might just be the grenadiers from first, second, third, fourth. I can't remember off the top of my head. So why not peri-metal Austrian? Cost. Literally it. Cost. I am a tight-fisted bugger. Not going to lie. It's just one of those. I prefer plating plastics as well. I will put some... I will do like a unit in metal. Don't get me wrong. But I don't want my whole army to be in metal. And plus, I don't varnish. So having an army not varnished in complete metal is not a great idea. So Tim's put, I've got 2 Dad's Army set, but I want someone to paint them. How could I go about that, as I would like to set them on a shelf? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I've done all like the officers for the Dad's Armies, not the officers, the uniforms, so the uniform ones. I'm doing a civilian set at the minute. When you say 2 boxes, do you mean the civilians and the Home Guard uniform, or do you mean 2 boxes of the Home Guard and civilians? They did a combination. There's loads of painting services out there that will do that for you. It depends what quality you want them to be. It's one of those, isn't it? That's why I never really like to get involved with painting. So I'm all right at painting. Don't get me wrong. I think I can paint well. Not the best, not the worst, but when you're talking display pieces, you want, you pay for what you get, don't you? I could paint them, or someone else could paint them, like Martin could paint them, Dom or Steve. You get a different result from each of us, but to you it might be acceptable. But it's an interesting one. Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of commissioned painters out there that would be willing to do it, but it depends on what they charge and what you'd be willing to spend. Definitely think as well, because I'm going to finish painting them up. See, that's the nice thing is I've got 4 guys there, and this is where the little box of brown bags comes in use, because occasionally you want to have a little different set, and yeah, it does help. It does help being able to just grab something else if you're fed up with painting what you're painting. I would like to some point get these built, because these I've got, like, how many sprues have I got? I've got another. So 1, 2, 3 sprues and 1 lying down. I hate that lying down guy in this bloody set. I really do. It's good for the machine gun or the BAR, but that's it. I don't like rifles laying down. So I put a spotter lying down. Just trying to think where else I could use him lying down. A bit of a nightmare, really. See if I turn him over and use him as a casualty or something. But I might not actually need him, telling a lie. Let's have a little look. So what have I got? Got the 12 men there, so 5, 10. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will leave me 5, 6, 7 guys there. So that'll leave me 7. So that will give me, you bugger, 1 short, 1 guy short. Damn it. I'm going to have to find that bloody paratrooper that I painted in the contrast technique and strip him down. And yeah, that's a bit of a bugger, isn't it? Oh, no, tell a lie. So that leaves me... No, I'm all right. I'm perfect. I'm actually perfect for miniatures if I don't use that laying down guy. There you go. Happy days. Happy days, guys. As I said, I'm on the show. I know we said that one. And Danny's put, I'm getting stuck into some World War II French. Not the best figures ever, but I think they are just so cool. Are they the Warlord metals? Are they the early stuff? And don't is it War Games Atlantic do some early war French? Someone does some plastic French. I'm sure they do. I'm sure someone does some plastic early French. Or am I thinking of something completely different? Now that's going to throw me now. That is definitely going to throw me. All right, let's try and get this guy done. Let's give him a Thompson kneeling. I've got a lot of riflemen. Let's give him a Thompson. Dangerous putting the bloody plastic in your mouth, isn't it? End up swallowing it. So just putting the feeler out there now then, guys. Any of you interested in coming to CrackCon in the UK? If it's, obviously it'll be on a weekend and probably the middle of England somewhere. People interested in coming? Be nice just to gauge a little feeler. And if you're watching on a catch up and you made it this far, fair play to you. And if you're thinking of interested in coming, it would be nice. Just let us know. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? We organise it. Everyone says they're turning up, and it just end up being the four of us doing a live stream. No one actually turned up. I think the Perry said they were up for coming. Oh no, I don't like that. Oh, that's not nice. That arm is not nice. That is not nice. That is not a nice pose. That's going straight in there. You know what? I'm going to give him an MP40. Bugger it. I'm going to go up in the loft in a bit and give him an MP40. Why not? Oh, we're looking like November, October time. Yeah, maybe October. It's not going to be for a while. Danny's like, hell yeah. Tim, what sort of dates? Wayne said, be there with plenty of beer tokens. Excelente. The other cool thing actually is I used to work in a shop. So I used to work in Sainsbury's, okay, years ago. I'm talking years ago. 7-8 years ago now? And I was a team leader there. So I would have to look after the shop sometimes. And what Sainsbury's did for me was quite nicely, actually, because I think it's still in date, actually, to the end of this year. I've got a personal license to sell alcohol, so off premises. So I can be anywhere. So I could be at an event, say like in a garden. Oh, that's my dinner. That'll be interesting. So I could be in a garden or somewhere like that. And if you want to sell alcohol for money, you need a personal license holder on the premises to be responsible for it. So if we wanted to sell alcohol at CrackCon, we could actually do it. All I'd need to do is apply to the local council for a permit, which is free anyway, or it's a couple of quid, and we could actually do that. So that would be quite interesting. Yeah, no worries. I'm just coming. Right, that's my call. So I am going to have my dinner now. But guys, got to say, thanks very much for joining me tonight. It's been very nice having you, and hopefully by Monday I will have all of these built, and you never know, they could be painted. I very much doubt it, but you never know. But seriously, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.